It was the biggest part of our preteen-hood, the Australian mermaid show that started it all. H2O, just add water. Even to this day, the show has aged beautifully. Right now, it's even coming back with popularity thanks to social media. And it's because of its well-written plot that it's beloved by so many still to this day. The show starts with 3 average teenage girls, Cleo, Ricky, and Emma. And they get stranded on a mysterious place known as Mako Island. They end up discovering a water pool in a dormant volcano and dive under, hoping to find a way out. Just then, the moon passes over the pool and stirs up the water. After getting rescued, the girls return back to their normal lives. However, something very strange and unexpected happens to them the next day. Every time the girls touch water, they immediately grow tails and become mermaids. Throughout the series, the girls struggle through the usual teenage trials of life, as well as keeping this now new magical secret. Most people who watch this show were around the ages 6 to 10 years old, but even some people older were watching it. It was really a show a whole family could get into. While seasons 1 and 2 were fairly innocent, season 3 was a bit more mature, with them facing situations like jobs, graduation, and their future. And you can see throughout the show that each season they were maturing with the audience who was watching it. Which is one of the reasons I personally believe the show has aged so well. Since we grew up alongside the girls, we could really relate to some of their situations. Well, except for the mermaid part, of course. I'm sure we've all tried to see if we can master the elements of fire, water, and earth. Not earth! No, there's no earth! There's no earth! Wait, there is no earth character. Why didn't they do that? Oh yeah. But like the other powers are... Yeah, I always wanted to learn to control water. I was always doing like this. We also had the lessons of teamwork and having your friends back and staying true to yourself despite your differences. Wow, I only just realized that. After 10 years of watching it. After 10 years of watching it. This is one of the first mermaid fantasy TV shows in Australia that sparked so much interest worldwide. And the fact that there hasn't been any mermaid shows since that have flawless episodes, perfect characters and plots is a big reason why the show has aged so beautifully. Each episode was always filled with different spins and takes, as well as teaching kids and teens some valuable lessons. They really went all out to make sure nothing in the show looked fake. Well, except maybe the towels looking a little bit fat and long, but they still looked realistic and believable. As well as the powers and the sets, because if you look in the behind the scene footage, the place on Mako Island where they have their pool there, it's actually done in a studio, so you never would have guessed it. As well as Will's cabin and some of the other places like the cafe and everything. And even when they did go out, they took us to some real Australian locations like SeaWorld. They tried to hide it so many times, but we see it's there. We've been there before. Does anyone, the Australians, actually look and you can see like the little SeaWorld sign in the background of some scenes? I see it all the time. And the show wasn't even cheesy, even though it totally could have been.
Don't get all steamed up. We're here to cool you down.
I mean, no one really goes through mermaid popping tail experiences unless we don't know about it, of course. And even when they change actress in the 3rd season, they didn't do the most annoying thing that a lot of shows do, is just change the actress with the same character or just have the same sort of character with a different name. They actually replaced her with Bella, a completely different character. They told us why Emma wasn't there because she was on holiday, so at least they tied it well together. It was a logical explanation. It wasn't like some shows where they just get rid of the character and you're like, where'd they go? And Bella was actually a really good character for season 3. She fit with the group quite well and didn't make it out like she was always with the group. They did make it that she was the new girl. She was the different one. H2O also inspired their own creators to make spin-off shows like Mako Mermaids and H2O Adventures, which weren't as good, but they were still out there. But H2O really did inspire people on YouTube to make their own mermaid shows. Like Secret Life of a Mermaid or Three Tales. And if it wasn't for H2O inspiring Secret Life of a Mermaid, we would never been making videos because Secret Life of a Mermaid inspired us to create this channel. So you should be thanking H2O for getting us to do YouTube. After 10 years since the show has ended, even with its spin-off series and or whatnot, it hasn't been rebooted or remade, which is probably a big reason why it's still a success as it is. And if they were to remake it, I honestly don't think it would do as well. No. And who wouldn't want to leave it that way? It is the best Australian mermaid show. So thank you so much for watching. There could have been so much more that we could talk about, but otherwise this video would have gone on for ages. If you want to hear any more videos about us discussing H2O Just Said Water, let us know down in the comment section below. If you want us to talk about any of the characters or even any other shows that you grew up with as kids, let us know. We're happy to make any of these videos because H2O inspired us to do so. Bye! This doesn't mean we're married, does it? No, that's funny.